Americans love technology. We love stuff. The Industrial Revolution of the 19th century was about building more stuff cheaper. The technology revolution of the 20th century was about building stuff that was cheaper and more powerful, and boy, was it. I'm Bob Cringely, and in addition to this very fine bicycle, I have most of the gadgets of a modern cyclist. I have a satellite navigator, a trip computer, heart monitor, digital watch, music player, and mobile phone. Together they weigh about 1 pound, but that 1 pound contains more processing power than NASA needed in 1969 to go to the moon. Of course, this advance of information technology has revolutionized much more than just cycling. Technology is transforming markets, industries, and our personal lives. That's what our show is about, how information technology has changed and will change our lives in the 21st century. It's a story of subtle but constant transformation that may amaze us with its impact. Take my 1 pound of cycling gadgets, for example. They cost me about $1,000. Had they been available when Neil Armstrong walked on the moon, they would have filled entire rooms and cost an inflation-adjusted $11.5 billion. Dramatic increases in computing power combined with lower prices mean the sky's the limit for anyone with a new idea. So strap yourself in and join me for a journey through the transformation age. Information technology didn't even exist as an industry when the parents of the boomer generation were born. Yet today in the United States alone, it is a $1.2 trillion business. Even more important, information technology is what controls all the other businesses. We're addicted to IT as a society. We can no longer make money without it.
There will be no sphere of life. I don't care if it's education or healthcare or how you do your grocery shopping at home. This trend from physical to digital, mobile, virtual, personal is not only inexorable, it is pervasive.
The technological world that we have is very fertile. What I mean by fertile is it's a place where things can grow. It has all of the nutrients to create new things and new ways of doing things. But those that produce this fertile ground don't know what others are going to plant there and how those plants are going to react to the environment. We're going to see that happening.
To me, the really underlying power of this whole revolution is converting something from an analog form, which is sort of messy and hard to deal with, to a digital form. And once something is digital, there are all kinds of benefits that come from that. It can be stored, it can be processed, it can be replicated infinitely in copies that are perfect, and it can be analyzed in all kinds of ways.
A triumph of mathematical and mechanical skill is this great new automatic calculator at Harvard University.
Information technology, or IT, used to be in computers, big ones like this DEC PDP-1 that's the first computer I ever worked on in the 1960s. People of my age have seen the entire history of IT to date. Today, IT means not the computer, but the data it contains, the information that drives business, and more drives our lives. It's a trend that is only getting faster and faster. Long before computers hummed to life, most industrial-age companies did more building than paperwork. They didn't need offices or office workers, but simply served the physical needs of people in a physical fashion. Once office functions became necessary, the clerks were kept in the back room away from the real workers to keep from interfering with production. Offices like this had rows of people handling tasks from answering phones to counting money to taking dictation. Their tools were the latest technologies of the time. Then, one by one, newer technologies were invented not only to help these people, they began to replace them.
Get me Cringely, right away.
I'm sorry, but Mr. Cringely is not in the office right now.
What do you tell that guy?
So please leave a message and I'll get back to you as soon as possible.
We'll have those numbers for you in a moment, Bob.
Your letter's almost done, sir.
The office as we know it was changed forever in a matter of decades, and IT made a lot of that possible. Let's consider for a moment the function of an office. It contains people who oversee or design products and services, market them, and handle finances. Information technology continues to reduce the role of people in some of these functions, while simultaneously reducing the importance of location. But some workers don't have offices and never did. These hypermobile workers would seem abandoned by technology, but that's not so. When you have no office, your mobile telephone becomes your office.
Modeling is a really lonely industry. I travel around, I show up in a hotel, I live somewhere, I don't